Hey families, my name is Tariq and I'm so glad you're joining us today. This is the time for parents and kids to just hang out, have some quality time and have some fun before service gets started. We're wrapping up our awesome family series today and I don't want anybody in your house to miss it. So if they're not here, go get them and bring them here. You have 10 seconds to go do that. Go and get them. Okay, now we all made it here and I want to get right into it. This is our last episode of our series talking about it. You got it, honesty, telling the truth. And we have been having some great conversations with families about telling the truth and how important it is for families and kids and parents to all be honest, because being families that are trustworthy are really important. Today, we're gonna get right into some real talk about honesty. I'm talking about those times when it's hard, when you gotta be brave and honest. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been afraid to tell the truth? Like in a situation at school or at home or at work, you were scared to fess up or scared to tell the truth because it was easier to be silent. I know for a fact I've been there and I know you've been there too. In fact, let's talk about that right now. Circle up in your families and each of you share a time when you were afraid to tell the truth. Maybe you were brave, maybe you weren't. But there's no judgment here. We just want you to share a time when you were afraid to tell the truth. Are y'all ready? Go. Okay, I hope all y'all had a great time sharing. If you didn't get a chance to finish, please finish the conversation later on today or right after the service. Now let's get into it. When I think about being brave and telling the truth, I think of my girl, Esther. And when I think of, and you can read all about her life and how brave she was, how fabulous she was in the book of Esther in the Bible. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I get a little scared to be honest because people I care about might get mad at me. But Esther, her honesty cost her everything. It cost her family, her home, her safety, all of it. But y'all, she is such an inspiration. I'm telling y'all, my YouTube friend, Charlie, loves and is obsessed with Esther. And she's been begging me to tell y'all her story. Y'all pay close attention about how brave and smart and honest this girl is. Check this out.
Introducing the story of Esther, with all parts being played by me. Away we go! Whoa, too fast. A long time ago, there lived a woman named Esther. Esther was a Jewish girl who was raised by her cousin Mordecai. And one day, Esther found out that the king was looking for a new queen. I am King Xerxes, and I am looking for my new queen. I will search high and I will search low to find my new queen. The king met lots of different women, and finally the king met Esther. Esther's described in the Bible as being very beautiful and very smart. And King Xerxes chose her to be the queen. Esther, you are so awesome. I choose Esther to be my new queen. You do? Oh, yeah! Whoa, that is heavier than I thought it would be. But after they got married, trouble started. See, a very important man worked for King Xerxes, and his name was Haman. Haman was a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. Haman was very close to the king, and he helped the king rule the kingdom. All the men in the kingdom would bow down to Haman, except for Mordecai. And remember, Mordecai was Queen Esther's cousin. Don't forget about me, I'm Mordecai. And I will not be fooled by Haman. I know he's a bad dude, and I will never bow down to him. This made Haman so mad. Ugh! I'm so mad. I don't like Mordecai. He needs to go. Kind of extreme, but totally true. Haman wanted to get rid of Mordecai, and because Mordecai was Jewish, he wanted to get rid of all the Jewish people too. Now this might sound totally crazy to us, but Haman went to King Xerxes and asked for permission to get rid of all of the Jewish people. Totally a bad guy move, right? But Mordecai found out about the plan. What? No way. This is crazy. Haman can't do this. All of my friends and my family will die. I've got to stop this. Who can help? Ah, Esther! Mordecai told Esther to go to the king and be honest about who she really was, that she was a Jew. Maybe if the king knew that Esther was Jewish, then he would change his mind and not listen to Haman. Mordecai said, "Who knows? Maybe God made you queen for this very reason, to save all of the Jewish people." Okay, so do you see where this is going? Haman wants the king to get rid of all of the Jewish people, and Esther, his own queen, is Jewish. This was bad. Mordecai was right. Shouldn't someone talk to the king before he went through with Haman's evil plan? And shouldn't that person be Esther? But it's not that easy. She's right. Esther was more than a little scared. You got that right. It's against the law for anyone, including the queen, to go to the king and talk to him without being invited. I could be put to death. This is serious. But even though it put her in danger, Esther knew that she had to be brave and to tell the truth. So she went to talk to the king. King, can I talk to you? Esther? What do you need? I will do anything for you. Even though he totally didn't have to, the king chose to listen to Esther. It was a very hard thing for Esther to do, but she chose to be brave and tell the truth. Esther told the king that she was Jewish, and even though it put her in great danger, she had the courage to be honest. And the king was glad to help her. Yes, I'm still alive! When the king found out about Haman's horrible plan and what it meant for Esther and Mordecai, he was furious. Ooh, I'm so mad. Haman, you are gonna get it. I'm a bad guy. The king finally saw the truth about Haman and got rid of him. The bad guy lost big time. Because Esther chose to be brave and tell the truth, she saved an entire nation of people. So here we are, thousands of years later, telling Esther's story that we can read about in the Bible in a book named after her. Pretty cool, right?
Wow. Esther chose to be brave and tell the truth even when it was hard. I have a little challenge for y'all. Everybody in your family. Kids, I want you to look your parents in the eye and say, hey, this part's for you. Parents, now look right back at your kids and say, this part's for you. Okay, here's the challenge. The next time you're asked a hard question or you're worried about telling the truth because you might get in trouble, I want you to think about Esther. And I want you to remember this. You're not alone. God was with Esther, and God is with you too. So here's the challenge. I want you to be brave and tell the truth every time. But kids, I know this can be hard. I know that it can be risky for you to be telling the truth and be courageous sometimes, but we want to help y'all with that. My good friend, we have lunch on Tuesdays. Mr. Voiceover Man, or voiceover guy as I like to call him, has something special that can help y'all tell the truth all the time. Check this out.
This month, your family can practice telling the truth with these Honesty Origamis. Kids, anytime you have something to tell your parents but it's hard to say, write it on one of these papers. Then fold it into an origami animal and leave it for them to find. Telling the truth isn't always easy, but these will get the conversation started. So try it. Honesty Origami.
Guys, I promise you, Honesty Origami might be the best thing ever invented. And if you haven't gotten yours yet, please come see us at northpoint.live/honesty, and we will freely put one in your mailbox. All right, families, I hope that you can keep the honesty conversation going strong. And if you missed any of our honesty episodes, be sure to hit the family button right up here after service. And speaking of service, get ready to get started. So I'm about to get out of here. Families, I want you to know this. North Point is a place for you and for your family. We're getting ready to have an incredible ending to our series on resilience. Stay tuned for that. I will see y'all later.